Hello there. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate that very much. Welcome to today's Phyzik Talks. Thank you so much for joining me. If you appreciate today's video, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. So, Eugenia Cooney is finally saved. Just like that. She's going to be fine now, no problems, it's all sorted. And you know who did it? Our good old buddy Onision. Onision gone and done it. He saved her life. He saved her life. Good job, Onision. Good job. So, yeah, we're going to be taking a look at how he managed this marvelous feat. How he put out the word to everybody and finally reached her heart and has saved her life, and now she's fine. No problem. Job done. You get a gold star, buddy. You get some brownie points, buddy. Whoa! Well done, Onision! I can't believe at this point I am still blown away by how much of a narcissist he is. He's the most arrogant man on the goddamn planet. But you know what, Onision? I can see straight through you. And I think that's pretty good, because you are a sneaky bastard. You are a sneaky bastard, and you are once again attempting to manipulate people into thinking you're some kind of god, when in actual fact, you haven't really done anything. Actually, in fact, if anything, you've probably made the situation worse, and a lot of problems could have been avoided if you would just shut up and get on with your own life and stop trying to get involved in other people's. So today, we're going to be taking a look at some of Onision's latest videos, and we're also going to be talking about Eugenia Cooney. First off, I want to point out that I, like most normal human beings, care about her and wish her all the best in her recovery, but the point I'm trying to make is it's not that simple. Yes, she's getting help now, and that is absolutely fantastic. I am not in any way denying that. I think it's brilliant, but I think Onision doesn't really understand mental health conditions on any level, it seems. He's been incredibly rude about people with eating disorders before, as we can see here. He's also been incredibly rude about people with drug addictions. I consider addiction to be just another mental illness. He doesn't understand these problems. He doesn't understand self-harm. And so, because of his limited capacity, he can't really help this situation at all. And for him, he just assumes that everything's going to be fine now. No, that's absolutely not how it works. Yes, it's brilliant that she's getting help, but she's got a long way to get back to where she should be. A really long way, and she's gone so far, she's pushed herself so much that there is a chance there'll be no coming back. There are various health conditions that I'm going to be talking about today, which are going to have a bit of a problem with her gaining back the nutrients she lost, and if she does it in too fast of a time span, then things could go badly wrong. So, let's tuck into today's first video. So, Onision starts off by discussing how he was crying at the end of his most recent video on Eugenia Cooney. That's right, this is the second video he's made in the span of like 2 days about Eugenia Cooney, because as we know, he likes using her name to get more views in his videos and to make himself look better. So, let's see what he has to say about his tears.
I ended the video a little prematurely because I didn't want to be straight up bawling on camera. But people say it was crocodile tears, they say narcissist, sociopath, egomaniac, etc. This is all to dehumanize me. It's to make me seem like someone that you can just black and white categorize and throw into the trash and just say, oh, that's that person who's this, and this. You know, you can't view people as human beings. It's a very toxic thing to do. It's a very unattractive and gross thing to do.
I actually agree with Onision here. I think he's making a lot of sense. People are very black and white about their opinions on people these days. A lot of people will label someone and then judge all of their actions based on that label. So with Onision, he's gained this label of being a sociopath. So everyone judges his actions based on a false diagnosis, because none of us can really diagnose Onision as being a sociopath. None of us have the capacity to do that. So I think it is unfair when this happens, and it does happen a lot. But saying that doesn't mean that those weren't crocodile tears. That doesn't mean that at all. They could very well have been crocodile tears because you've used that tactic in the past. In my opinion, I don't know. There's not enough to make a judgment on it.
you cannot sum people up in a sentence. So they try to sum me up as someone who bullies or someone who makes fun of. But it's not that simple, because you take all the things that you could twist to be something horrible, which is taking part in comedy, making jokes, etc. I make jokes about everyone I can think of. I make comedy out of everyone I can think of. I make fun of myself, most everyone I've ever met. Okay?
And this proves your point how? That's not a good thing. It's not good that you make fun of everyone. It's weird that you're even saying that. We all understand now that you don't get jokes at all. They just don't compute in your brain. So that works for you as well. Where you think you're making a joke, you're actually being really horrible to people. Like with the Shane Dawson videos, you've been very cruel about him when you think you're just doing a little comedy sketch. 10 things I love about Shane Dawson, where you explain how much you hate him in every single way. Yeah, that's really funny. That's really light-hearted comedy there.
But again, you guys, you're just not being honest, okay? Because if you were being honest, you would understand that everybody who meets me in person is friendly. Everyone. You would understand, I'm talking about people that I haven't met before who meet me. They come up to me, even haters. Like, there was a guy I met at Walmart and a guy I met at a convention. And they were all friendly to me, but I found out shortly after they hated me.
Again, Onision, you've got this the wrong way round. People aren't being honest when they meet you in person and dishonest online. People are being honest online and dishonest in person. If I met you, I'd be very friendly to you, but I still think you're a horrible, terrible person. You've got it completely backwards.
Okay? You guys need to be authentic. You need to be more genuine in these comments and so forth, and not try to twist and manipulate to get people to suit up for your agenda.
Onision, did you realize you're actually explaining yourself? That's you.
Now, with all that being said, I have in fact probably made more videos about Eugenia Cooney than anyone on YouTube. This is pretty much a fact.
It's incredible that you say this as if it's some kind of good thing. Like, what? That's not good, Onision, considering for a large portion of these videos, you've made them purely so you can shove her name in the title of the video. Most of these videos are a mirror image of each other, where you're pointing out nothing substantial at all. It's just an excuse to use her name in the title, and what you're doing is you're using someone's mental illness to benefit your channel. Yeah, really good that you've done that. Top 10 out of 10, top marks.
And if you search on Twitter, in quotes, Onision helped me, you'll find lots of people that say that I have helped them. Lots and lots. I'm talking hundreds, maybe thousands. If you just search the internet in general.
But Onision, in most of these cases, it's from your Rate Me videos, where you say, you're fit, 10 out of 10, mate. Great, you've really helped them with their confidence. You've done an amazing job. What about the hundreds and hundreds of girls that you've publicly degraded on how hideous they are? Now, never mind them. I called a girl fit once. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Amazing. I'm a health guru. Also, Onision, this isn't good what you're doing here. It doesn't make you seem like a good person, because what you're doing is you're using the good things you've done as leverage in this argument. Like, someone that does good things selflessly doesn't need gratification, and you're just literally telling people to look up the good things you've done to somehow benefit your argument. Well, it's not going to work.
But people don't want to focus on the good that people who disagree with them do. That's just not how people operate. So we manipulate. So we try to distract. We try to falsely demonize people and make them look like monsters.
Onision, you're describing yourself again, mate. Shane Dawson? Did someone say Shane Dawson? Shane Dawson.
This is how you know I'm honest, because I tell you things that no reasonable person would admit. You know, no reasonable person would admit that they have a dog collar kink. Not dog kink, a dog collar kink. You know, like people wearing dog collars. Why would you admit that?
No, this is how you manipulate people into thinking you're honest. Because you're not honest, Onision. You're a very, very, very dishonest person. One of the most dishonest people on YouTube. And we can see this just by what you're saying now. Honest people don't need to point out in every single video that they're an honest person. By pointing it out, you're just trying to manipulate people into thinking you're honest. If you say it 100 times per video, someone's got to believe it. No! You're so deceptive and manipulative all the time. Every sentence is a way of manipulating people. Christ. And that's not me just saying that because I've labelled you as a sociopath or whatever. It's just very evident by the things you say.
So, I actually publicly called out Jacqueline Glenn, Social Repose, Shane Dawson, Jesse Page, Crank That Frank. I called out everyone I knew who knew Eugenia personally. And I said, do something, okay? I told them repeatedly. I told them to do something. I made it so they were publicly pressured to actually help out their friend, okay?
That is just about the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You can't just force people to help Eugenia Cooney. And what's ridiculous about this is that most of these people have probably tried to help her in some way or another. And Onision, it's not as simple as just saying, go get help. That's not just going to magically make her go and get help. After all of everything that everyone's done, she has been the one that has gone to get help. None of us have controlled that like you want to. You just want to make people seem like you're trying to help by just constantly barraging people, telling them to help.
The DM that I had with one of these people, it doesn't make me look good. And again, this is how you know I'm honest. Because dishonest people don't regularly throw themselves under the bus.
Again, that's not true. You could very easily be using this as a way to make people think you're honest. If I throw myself under the bus every once in a while, people will think I'm honest because I said that I'm honest. So you gotta believe that I'm honest if I said I'm honest. Duh.
I was shitty again to Jacqueline Glenn, and I was shitty to Jacqueline Glenn because I am still, despite, saying I forgive her and everything for what she did before, I'm still no doubt off when I think about it, because she really went above. And the whole story with Jacqueline Glenn is that I tried to get her to not date Social Repose, right?
You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me, Onision. You can't be annoyed at her for dating someone that at the time she was in love with. You can't be upset because she didn't want to just break up with someone because you said they're a bad person. That's so mental that you think there would be any chance she'd do that. Yes, Social Repose is a terrible person and she should have broken up with her a long time ago, but not because you said so. It's so stupid. You can't be upset with her because you didn't get your way. It's ridiculous. So Onision then goes on talking about how Jacqueline Glenn is somehow a bad person because she wouldn't break up with her boyfriend at the time. But then we go on to see some DMs shared between Onision and her about Eugenia Cooney.
She did DM me about Eugenia Cooney, and it's important you guys know this because, you could blame me for helping her, but that wouldn't be the full story, and it might not even be accurate.
No, it wouldn't. What are you suggesting that you're the only person in the world that has helped Eugenia Cooney? Because I don't think you are. I don't think you're one of the people that have helped her at all. I think you've just made this situation worse and tried forcing other people to help Eugenia Cooney, when in actual fact they probably have been doing everything they can. Just because you can't see it, just because you can't see the evidence, doesn't mean that people aren't desperately trying to help her all the time. Again, how arrogant are you to think that you're the only person that has tried doing anything for her? And it's not like you've spread the message and somehow that's helped Eugenia Cooney. Eugenia Cooney has done this on her own. She has done this by herself, and she has even made a comment about this on Twitter, which we'll have a look at now. She says, "Hi guys, I appreciate the concern. I'm taking a break from social media and voluntarily working on this with my doctor privately. Please respect that." She's voluntarily done this on her own. It's not like you've managed to force her to get help. No, all we can do is try our best. All we can do is suggest things and recommend things. None of us have been the ones that have made her do this. She's done this on her own because she's realised it's a problem, and it's great that she's going to get help for it. It's insane that you're trying to somehow prove that you're one of the only people that's helped her. It's terrible. It really shows what you've been trying to do this whole time. Manipulate people into thinking you're a good person and gain as much profit as you can by making videos on her. And no, I'm going to be fair and say that yeah, I'm sure you do care about her, and I'm sure you have wanted her to get help for a long time, but you haven't made this happen. Even your title, I may know who saved Eugenia. It wasn't me. No one saved her. If anyone's going to save her, it'll be herself and the doctors she's working with, not any of us. We've just tried our best to help her. Don't be so arrogant to have a title like that. It's ridiculous, mate.
I was DM'd by Jacqueline Glenn. I got DMs, and I DM'd Jacqueline Glenn of her asking me to shut the f*** up. Yeah. Again, if I was a liar, I would not admit this shit. Liars want to be perceived as wonderful.
What? You try and force people to change their opinion on you in any way you can. What does that even mean? Liars want to be perceived as wonderful? That's such a ridiculously weird thing to say. No, that's not always the case at all. I think you're talking about sociopaths and narcissists that will lie to benefit themselves, and they think they have this arrogance and ego to make them think that they can do that. What? What do you mean? That doesn't prove in any way that you're an honest person, because you've said that someone told you to shut up. How does that prove you're honest, Onision? Like, what are you talking about? And no, I'm not surprised by that. You are so degrading and rude and condescending when you talk to people. So I am not at all surprised she told you to shut up. Let's just get to these DMs, shall we? So we can see here Jacqueline Glenn says, "Hey, please don't tweet at me about Eugenia. I'm not putting my stuff online, but that doesn't mean me and a few of her friends aren't doing something. Her seeing your tweets or her family seeing that is directly getting in the way of us having access to help her. Making anything we've done public is going to ruin what we've put in motion." That's right. That's absolutely right, Onision. You can't just publicly say that people aren't helping and people are doing a terrible job, because you don't know, do you? Why do you make this assumption that no one but you is helping her? What, because there haven't been immediate results, an immediate recovery? No, you're so arrogant. It's insane. And this is ridiculous. This is so true. Jacqueline is very clearly trying to help her, and her close friends, and her family. They're obviously trying to help her. And then you have the gall to say in response, "What did you put in motion, huh? What have you done?" That's not for you to know. You don't have the right to know that information. That has nothing to do with you. What they've done is their business. You're not this all-seeing eye, this great God looking down at what people are doing right and wrong. Christ, man, get off your high horse. So in response, she says, "There's a lot happening, and to be totally honest, I don't trust that our convo won't end up online." Bing! There you go, there it is online. Well done, Onision, for breaching people's privacy once again. You can't shove people's DMs in your videos, trying to shame people, trying to make Jacqueline Glenn look bad. Someone that you've done such horrible things to in the past, and have now gone out of your way to disregard the apology you made on her, and to prove that that apology was just for show, which is just awful, because that was one thing that made me think, oh, maybe there's a good person there inside him. But no, you've just explained how you actually are really annoyed at her still. She follows this up by saying, "I'm not going to discuss here, but if you truly care about her, don't make a spectacle." Because that's what this is to you, isn't it, Onision? This is like a little game for you. It's like, who can win at helping Eugenia Cooney? I've got 100 good points in helping Eugenia. I've said we should help her 1,000,000 times. I'm the one that's helped. all you do in your videos anyway is point out, oh, she's skinny. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed Eugenia's like, she's well like skinny in that? Have you guys seen that? Every video, the same comment. Oh, she's skinny. Oh, she's triggering people because she's a deceptive, evil person. How can you even say that? You clearly don't understand eating disorders if you think she's trying purposefully to trigger people. The whole point of that eating disorder is that she can't see how skinny she is. To her, she's normal. So she's not trying to intentionally make everyone in the world skinny. Christ almighty. Listen, I could talk about this for a long time, and I'd quite like to. I'm going to do a follow-up to this video, so expect to see that in the future, but I really do have a lot to discuss on this, and I want to put out, I want to explain how Onision really hasn't done anything to help, and trying to knock him down a few pegs. I know that's not going to happen, but we can but try. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care now.